everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lainey. Thank you so much for watching. In today's video is going to be a new Shop My Stash. If you watched my Shop My Stash from about 2 weeks ago, that was my very first one I've ever done, and I actually really enjoyed doing it. So I'm going to keep doing it again. I'm thinking every 2 weeks is going to be the pace that I'm going at. So I think a month is too long, but a week is like too quick to get to know a lot of products. Yeah, I'll probably be doing these every 2 weeks. I mean, I might miss 1 or 2 if I don't feel like filming, but that's kind of the goal. What else did I want to say? Oh, last video, I did a little like rundown of my like setup. So I'm not going to do that this time. You can watch my last Shop My Stash if you want to get a little bit of a look into my organization. I mean, you'll still see it while I'm filming this, but if you want to kind of get a rundown, that's in the first Shop My Stash. But for this one, I am just gonna like look for like, I'm looking for like my spring favorites, and that's gonna be the theme of this Shop My Stash. I'm thinking maybe each month I'll do a little bit of a theme, or each Shop My Stash I'm gonna do a little bit of a theme. So I think this week, or these 2 weeks, this edition of Shop My Stash is going to be like spring favorites, because we're in spring now and I'm super excited about it. So yeah. I think I'm going to just grab the products that I had last week, minus any Project Pan items, or like kind of stuff that I always use, and I'll just give a rundown on my thoughts about them, and then we'll get right into the Shop My Stash. Okay, so I picked 2 palettes to focus on in the last Shop My Stash. The Main Squeeze palette, which I have on my eyes, in addition with another product that I'm about to talk about. This is the ColourPop Main Squeeze palette, and this is one of their monochromatic palettes. This is the red palette. Does lean a little bit pinky red, pinky coral reds, but it's so nice. I do love this. Typically you get a very dramatic look, but I did kind of manage to get a very soft look today. This is a get ready with me, or I filmed this, I did a get ready with me. It should be up after this. I love this palette. It is I think it has a good selection of different tones, so you can get a variety of looks out here, because you have the darker ones and the mid-tone reds and then the lighter pinky reds. So I do enjoy this. I love the shade Juicy Fruit. It's a beautiful gold with a red shift. It is so beautiful. I love this palette. I love my monochromatic 9 pans from ColourPop so much, so I really enjoyed playing with this. And then the very opposite of anything like spring makeup, I had my Lunar Beauty Moonspell palette. This is a very grungy fall palette. The packaging is just so pretty. It's very hard to show on camera because of how reflective the packaging is. I love this. I love how you can get so many different looks out of it, because you have this purple row, you have this green row, and then you have the neutrals row. I find a majority of the shimmers, no, these 2 shimmers up here, Prue and Phoebe, are very chunky, but I don't mind that. You just need a glitter glue, and which I try to use anyway. But I love this palette. Really the only shade I don't like, and if you've seen any reviews on this palette, it's kind of a common complaint, is this blue shade up here. What's it called? Nancy. It's just not very pigmented. It's very patchy. It's hard to blend. But other than that, I have no complaints. I really only did a couple looks with this. I did a bluish green look that I filmed. It was my, what video? Oh, it was my Project Pan update. And then I didn't film it, but I did do a purpley look. Did I do a neutral look? No, I didn't dig into the neutrals, but yeah, I love this palette. I'll definitely be digging it out soon, but I'm glad I got to play with it for a little bit. And then for the last eye item, I had the e.l.f. Flirty Birdie glitter shadow. I'm wearing it today. I only used it today, so I don't have any formal thoughts on it. I didn't use a glitter glue today, so it's already creasing on me. So next time I use this, I'll probably keep this in the Project Pan. I'm going to use it with glitter glue and see if I like it better that way. And then the rest are base products. So I had the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation. I love this foundation. It's so good. I'm glad I got to use it more. The First Aid Beauty Hyaluronic Primer. I love this stuff. I only used it a couple times because I am focusing on some stuff in my Project Pans, but this is like my favorite primer. The Milk Makeup Mini Bronzer Stick. I love this. I feel like I finally have a grasp on how to use it. Then we have the e.l.f. HD Perfect Finish Powder. One of my favorite powders. It's just really easy to just slap on. It's translucent. I love it. I have this CoverGirl Cheekers blush in True Plum, and it's a really nice color. It's very, very pigmented. I found the best way to use it is this Luxie brush I got in my Ipsy bag. It's the Pro Precision Tapered brush. It's very, very not dense. So I just kind of like dig it in and then sweep it across my cheeks, and I like applying it that way. A couple of highlighters. I had the Kavos Fairy Dust, and this is very nice. It's just like a pinky toned highlighter. Got this in an Ipsy bag. I like it. I have the Kylie Cosmetics Ice Me Out highlighter, and this is a really amazing highlighter. It's very similar to Becca's Moonstone, but like more bright and like shinier. So I actually like this better than Becca Moonstone. So I'm glad I'll have something to replace it with after I finish Moonstone. And then this, I don't think I showed this in the video, but I did just get this. I ordered it on the 21 Days of Beauty. This is Ofra's Pillow Talk highlighter, and I love this highlighter. I have used it a few times, and I'm so glad I bought it. And then the last thing, which I believe I rolled in, but if not, it just ended up in there, is my NYX HD Blush in Taupe. I use this as a contour. I bought it because of Nick Beauty Tutorials years ago. This is actually my second one. I do have a dip. I didn't use it too much, but I enjoy it. Yeah. That's like my little quick review of all the items that I had in my Shop My Stash. So now we're gonna get into shopping my stash for my spring favorites. Alright, so we're gonna be shopping my stash for spring favorites. My drawers are very messy, but in the top drawer, like before, we have basically all of my Project Pan items, as well as my staple things. So like my mascara. I am keeping this, what I pulled in last week, this e.l.f. Flirty Birdie glitter shadow. I have a couple lip balms, my concealer, my like sunscreen, and my face spray, setting spray. So that's that drawer. The only thing different is now I have a separate drawer dedicated to any eyeshadows that I'm panning or in my Shop My Stash. So you'll see that in a little bit. Okay. So for complexion, I am going to pull in this. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin. This is the old, this is discontinued. They now have the Stay Naked foundation, but this is like one of my favorite foundations ever. So it's a really nice light foundation for like the springtime. So I'm gonna pull that in, and then I'm not gonna pull a primer in just because I have my hands full right now. And then for powder, I'm going to pull in, this is the mini of the Fenty Beauty, what is this called? The Pro Filter Instant Retouch setting powder. I have the shade Butter, and I just feel like this would be a nice powder to try out. I haven't tried this too much despite having it for a while. So that is what I'm gonna pull out. Now for the rest of the complexion products. I am going to pull out, so for eyeliner, I'm gonna pull out this. This is the Vivid Brights eyeliner in the shade. So this is the shade Vivid Blossom. I'm going to pull this out from the NYX Vivid Brights line. This is a liquid liner, and I just think it would be a nice springtime color. I'm going to pull out quite a few cream products, so I'm actually going to put back in my Milk Makeup Baked Bronzing Stick. I am also going to pull out my Flower Beauty Blush Balm in the shade Pinched. Yeah, in the shade Pinched. This is just really nice for springtime. And then I'm going to bring out my two cream blush, or no, my light sticks from ColourPop. I have the shades Earth and Bullseye. Bullseye is more of a gold. This is more of like a purpley, silvery color. For powder, let me think. I think I'm just gonna pull out one, and that's going to be the Shayna B. Miami blush in Bellini. I got this in a, not BoxyCharm, I don't get BoxyCharm. This is from an Ipsy bag, and I've only used it once, so I figure I should get some use out of it. It's also like a nice like peachy color, so that's good for spring. Other than that, I'm gonna leave highlight alone. For lips, I am not gonna grab anything because I have my hands full with lipstick roulette. So this is the drawer I was talking about. This is the drawer with anything that I'm panning or is in my Shop My Stash. So right now I just have the Modern Renaissance and the Dream Street palette. These are both in two different projects. This is my roulette pan collab. Modern Renaissance is in my project pan for the year. So my drawers are super not organized, but the good thing is I know what two palettes I want to bring out. So I want to bring out Yes Please. I love this palette. It's one of my favorites. It's super dirty. I just want to get more use out of it. I love this for basically any time of the year. Maybe it's not a super wintry palette, but I love this for fall. I love this for spring. I love this for summer. So I'm going to pull this out. And then I'm going to pull out my Aha Honey palette from ColourPop. Oops, don't want to blind you. I love this palette. I feel like it's a great spring palette. I think for these Shop My Stashes, I'm going to pick two eyeshadow palettes to put in. One that's a 9 pan and one that's something else. So I'm going to pull this one in. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I have no idea what I picked because I'm filming this before I do my Shop My Stash, but I'm sure I picked some exciting things. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment if you like, and I'll see you guys next time.